Hi guys, so welcome to a new episode of AJ's TV. It's been a minute, and yeah, man. Sorry for the wait. I'm not sorry. So obviously, I just woke up. If I didn't make this video now, I probably won't make it till I don't know. So I need to get this off my chest, right? So yeah, the title is Mad About Africa. Referencing an SL song, but the theme is still the same. Filming. So yeah, it's very very unfortunate, that. Okay, so just to give some sort of coherence to this video, I'm going to kind of start from the angle of Western propaganda and colonialism, and just to give some context to what's happening right now in Africa. So first of all, right, there's those that are always so agitated and always so eager to follow every new trend of activism. This isn't activism, this is just observation. You understand? So if you look back, if you do a bit of research to pre-colonial Africa, you'd see that these were people that had a functioning society. They had systems in place. They had communication. They had, strategy. They had a pretty decent society. But then colonialism came and pretty much, messed up everything. Slave trade, all of that. And now, the effects of that to the African mind is what a lot of people are not fully informed about. So check this, right? Take a look at China. China has been able to maintain a steady, rapid growth economically, socially, but still maintain some sort of cultural originality. They didn't have to become westernized to become futuristic. They still speak their native language. They still, have their cultural processes, in addition to them being ridiculously in the future. So this begs the question of why did Africans feel the need, to become westernized? They're not even doing a very good job at it. To become westernized before feeling like they can embrace technology. Now, let me rephrase this statement. It's very common for people to feel like, the more fluent your English is, or the more sophisticated you look, that means you're, a better member of society. It's insane. But that's what the colonial masters have taught us. That's what it took years. It took years of breaking down of systems in Africa that, are natural to us, that even if we were to innovate, we would innovate upon our existing archaic and savage systems, which would be much more relatable to us, which would be much more internal in terms of the innovations that will come out of it. We're not just gonna, do things just because every other country is doing it. And then you start to wonder, so many African traditions, so many African cultures have been demonized. They've been labeled as evil, straight up evil. And obviously makes you fear it, makes you even fear research. Because you're like, I don't want to commit anything against God. Let me not even bother knowing about this. Because there is no way that you want to found a civilization and you want to do that from the premise of unoriginality. It's not possible. if you look at all the great civilizations, they have one thing in common. Sure, a couple of them were influenced, but for the most part, they were communicating their native languages, and they were able to bring out innovation from within. It didn't come from outside. And something as simple as language is very, very integral, because there's some words, there are some feelings, there's some African rhythms that English cannot simply comprehend. And these are the things that make us intrinsically African. There's still a communication barrier within us. There's still things that cannot be communicated. It cannot be, structured within the confines of the English language, because there's simply no words for it. Or certain things that you could say with African proverbs that with English you'd have to write the whole sentence for that. So this video is pretty much just to give context, as to what's going on in Africa. And the whole slavery thing, we're not the first group of people to be enslaved. Happens. People get enslaved every time, and even till today. However, what's jarring, what is annoying, is the fact that slavery is still going on. Slavery is still going on. People are still working for their masters. People are not free. You understand? People are simply not free. And freedom in this sense doesn't necessarily mean, ability to move wherever you want to. It's the ability to think whatever you want to think without feeling like your mind should be in a prison. A lot of people cannot think. As independent as thought is, a lot of people cannot think for themselves. They find it overwhelmingly scary. And you can't blame them. That's what they were taught. And then the sooner you begin to realize that a lot of the media, a lot of the narratives that are being popularized have a certain agenda, have a certain end goal, the better for you, because you'll be able to know that, look, nothing is happening by chance. No trend is by chance. Trust me. Nothing that is trending is just organic. A lot of these things that kind of shape your perspective on the world, because you feel like that's how everybody thinks, kind of shape your perspective. It's intentional, because the mind is a potty, the mind is mud. It can be shaped in any way, and what shapes it is what you take in. It's what in this case, what you see as right or wrong, what you see as popular, what you see as acceptable, what you see as politically correct. And so a lot of all these narratives and all these thought schools, they stop you from really using your mind to actually think of an independent perspective that works for yourself. And it's actually a very scary and it's a very tasking job to take on, to be like, okay, I want to figure out what life means to me as an African, as a Nigerian. So I know you might be expecting some sort of positive ending to this video, but the only thing I'm gonna say is go read a fucking book. Just go fucking read books, man. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, till next time, guys.